or like for my birthday, they used to take me to McDonald's.
Or for Easter.
Ask my mom. We had to like give those things away. We had like boxes of McDonald's.
Man, you guys have money.
Yeah.
I didn't have none of that. You know, for us to go to McDonald's, it had to be my birthday. I was graduating.
We didn't have money per se, but
Yo, Mickey D's was
Yeah.
Mickey D's.
Yeah.
Like my dad would say, we're gonna get McDonald's once a month. I'm like, damn, everybody having Mickey D's.
And my mom, when we used to go to Anthony's house, Junior's house, Junior used to live in 181st in Bennett. When we used to walk home every Sunday, when we used to walk home, the McDonald's right there 181st.
On the right side.
Ni mira eso. She's like, don't even think about it. We couldn't even think about it. Me and my sister be like, oh, please.
And then we found
and she will walk like on this side, not the McDonald's side. This side, across the street here.
She'll walk by the movie theater side.
Yeah, that side, she crossed the street that way to then go that way. I was like, fuck.
Like my dad, he used to buy us Kentucky Fried Chicken like every other month on a Wednesday. Because, you know, Kentucky Fried Chicken was in
171st in Broadway.
Second or first on Broadway.
Yeah.
He's like, pa que tu mamá no cocine mucho. But he never ate chicken, so she still had to cook. But he'll buy us like an 8-piece chicken with biscuit. My mom still had to cook the rice. And I'm like, yo, this is
mom needs to cook the rice.
Yeah, I know. Like we still had to we still had to get the rice or the chicken, but I remember these days it was once a month or once every other month. And I was like, damn, we gotta
going food shopping.
We gotta be broke.
You going food shopping?
Yeah.
Sayonara.
With my other boyfriend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Who you going with? You going with Salami Sister?
And my other boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. But
With Salami Sister.
With who?
Salami Sister.
Oh, Wilda?
Yeah.
Where you going?
To see another boyfriend of mine.
Yeah, his name is Foo Bazaar. He's a superhero. Foo Bazaar!
and Acme.
Yeah. Foo Bazaar's gonna go buy a pernil.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll see you girls in 3 hours.
No, she gotta bring dinner too.
She'll bring you Kentucky Fried Chicken.
For real. That's what she's gonna do. Damn, she came back from Clifton.
And I always had Chinese food on Wednesdays.
Damn, you see, I didn't.
Oh no.
That's because my mom's ex-boyfriend was getting paid that day.
We didn't get none of that. I'm telling you, my dad had a schedule. My dad had a schedule, like certain days of the month or every 2 months. Like, okay, this month, because your moms did all the shopping, we do order chinos. And we had a good Chinese. It was not the regular Chinese food stores that you get here.
Yeah.
So you know that Chinese store on 180 in Broadway?
Yeah.
Right next to the Apple Bank?
I know you're talking about.
That's a good Chino too.
That's good chinos, right?
Yeah.
So we used to have one of those in my block in 160. The name of that place was El Pabellón. Yo, this chino was hood. Like, ¿Qué tú quieres hoy? ¿Qué tú quieres hoy?
Yeah.
And it's like, I remember he had...
They have one in the Bronx in Westchester.
What's it? So he had the what's it called? The stovetop? The
Talking about the grill where they cook through?
more like the bar top. So where you sit, right?
Yeah.
So he had like diner seats on the bar, like the red ones that spin.
Yeah, the diner seats. Like the bar stools.
Yeah, the bar stools. So once you go in, you had that section, and then he had a divider for people that wanted to sit down and eat. I always sat because we ordered to take.
Yeah.
I never sat down on the other. I always wanted to sit on the other side. So El Pabellón had the good fried rice, good chicken wings, everything. And we used to have that maybe one Sunday out of the month because my dad would eat Chinese food with us.
Yeah.
But having Chinese food like every Wednesday, no. We were too broke for that.
Yeah, no, I never had none of that stuff. For me, Chinese food was maybe like, it would have to be like, maybe I'll say once a month, or like my mom will be like a Saturday that she'll be like surprised, like vete busca esto. You're like, oh shit.
But you don't eat Chinese food like
I
that.
don't eat Chinese food like that. So maybe I ate, like I was saying, my thing for me, my crack was McDonald's or pizza. But pizza, I would get that on my own by just getting money from different people or stuff like that. But like you were saying, like with the toys, I know we were so broke back then. We used to chip in to buy a G.I. Joe. So me and Richie would go half and half. Well, I was less. I was younger. So I would put maybe like $2. Richie would put $5 or whatever. So we would like try to buy, because the way back in the days was that I think me and Richie were collecting the good guys or the bad guys. And then his best friend, which was Carlos. And at that time, his little brother, Omar, me and Omar was together. So it would be brother versus brother. Me and Richie, which is cousins, we were faced. They would get bad and good. So me and Richie would chip in to try to buy ones.
Yeah.
And try to get, like we will fight against each other.
See, my mom's was a little backwards because we were with less money. Mm-hmm. So if the toy, if it was the hot toy of 2020, right?
Yeah.
She'll buy it for us in 2023. So like 3 years later. So when the Nintendo first came out, everybody in my block almost had it.
Yeah.
And me and Alex was like, yo, we don't got that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, 2-3 years later, me and Alex got it, and everybody else already had moved on to like other games.
Me too. I got a Nintendo Super, and honestly, my Nintendo that I got was a hand-me-down from somebody. Maybe like I think I got it in the flea market. I think I got a used one because he used to sell used ones.
181st.
Yeah, I think it wasn't like, I don't think it was a brand new one. And stuff like that. So, I got the Nintendo way after everybody already had it. The Sega I couldn't afford, but I think maybe Richie had the Sega. No, Carlos. So this is back in the days with people when you were broke. So like back in the days, your boy, you had the Nintendo, but your boy had the Sega. So you tell your boy, yo, bring it downstairs to the house. So they come in and they try to plug it in. And you're like, go through all the issues of plugging it in. And you're like, oh shit, it's working. So back in the days, Carlos used to bring it down to me and Richie's crib. And we used to play there. And that's the way we used to play. One person will have all, whatever the game. And then you go to their house. And then it's like a whole bunch of like 6, 7, 8 kids. And you take turns. Yo, I got next, yo. Yo, I got next. So that's the way it used to be. But for me, I never had none of like the gaming systems ahead of time. I always was the guy who didn't have it, but I would go to somebody's house who had it. So I would go to their house, or like Adrian will have a lot of those things. So Adrian will come by. He'll bring his Sega or whatever to my house, and that's the way we used to play. So that's the way I used to do it. I don't know if you used to do like in your block that you would go to somebody's house who had the games.
No,
or they will bring it to your crib.
Nah, my building.
And then you'd be like, yo, I hope he forgets. Like there'd be times like your boy brings the Sega and you don't have a Sega, and then his mom comes screaming, "Coño! Te dije que tiene que comer!" And she tells him, and then he leaves. And you're like, oh shit, he left for an hour. You're like, yo, hope he got in trouble that he don't come back and get it.
We always went to my boy's house, and it would be like 10 of us in a room.
Yo, I got next. Yo, I told you I got next. Yeah.
Like, I'm next. If you lose and you had to wait. If there was a basketball game, it was a Super Mario game. But I always, if we got the Nintendo, everybody already had moved on to the Sega. So we were always behind.
Yeah.
So we were never in the same page with other guys or like other gamers. But yeah, man, when it came to Christmas, my mom always, she did what the best she could. I'm not saying she was whack. It's like she tried. My dad tried, so me and Alex, and then when Santi came along, Santi Sensation, you know, then it was three of us that had to share. And the thing is, it's three boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with lucky with you is you and your sister. So
Yeah.
if there was a boys game, I'm most likely you'll probably be the only one playing it. But with us, it was three boys, so it was either you play with the army man for like 10 minutes, and then Alex goes, and then he could do his thing, whatever he's doing and shit like that. So
yeah, like when it came down to like you know, Nintendo games, my sister was more the boy because my sister is a better player than me.
mm-hmm.
So my sister's the one that like, finished Resident Evil. She finished all these hard games. I could never play those games. Like the only thing I'd probably play was sports. As I got a little bit older, I could do the sports games and shit like that. But my sister, when it came to like those, what are they called? RPGs. Like I was never any good at that. She was way better. She could kick my ass in all those games. But yeah, no, like the same thing. I will go to friends' houses, try to play, or you know, around this time, you know, if your boy trying to be brag, yo, I'm getting a PlayStation or whatever. At that time with a Super Nintendo, you're like, oh word. So you're all like, yo, when he gets it, we're going to his house.
Yeah.
And then you all go to his house and you fucking go play and shit.
I remember when my boy first got Duck Hunt.
And there's always a guy, kind of like someone we know. Yo, could you let me in for next weekend? I got my cousins coming from DR. Lend it to me so I could play.
Yeah.
Or they'll ask, yo, I'm gonna lend it to you, but I'm only gonna lend you these 2 games of it. Yo, come on, man. Let me get the good games. I remember that too. Or like lending games.
Yo.
That was another thing. So that was the trade back in the day. So
lending games, you never got it back for like a month.
That's
or
the
two.
thing. I never had any lending power. So like for fantasy football, like I had the whack players. So I'll be like, yeah, I could lend you Excite Bike. Yo, I had the whack. I had like 3 or 4. Yo, the only game I had that carried weight was one of my first games was Metroid.
Oh, Metro is the shit.
So
you had Metro, you could trade with everybody.
So that was the only game I had.
That and Zelda.
But Metroid, like I only had one game, bro. I only had one Metroid, so that was like my only card. So I couldn't get too many games off of it. And then sometimes I would lend Metroid to someone else to let me, like, say, Castlevania. And I'll play that. And I'm like, I don't want Castlevania.
You get bored.
And then your other boy, yo, I got the Commando. You still got the Metroid? No, I don't got the Metroid. This nigga got the Metroid. Hold up, let me see. Then you gotta try to get the Metroid. Yo, I haven't finished playing it yet.
Yeah.
So you're like, fuck.
I don't think nobody trades games like that no more.
Nah. I mean, cause like most, to be honest, like you're gonna notice it once you have your kid. You're gonna give them so much more, like that we didn't have. So I guess I don't know how it is, the second generation or whatever type of generation that now, like our parents fought to get here to the States, so we could make something ourselves. We kind of made something ourselves, and then now we're trying to have our kids, do better than us. So it's
yeah, that's
the way it's kind of going in terms of our generations, because they came from a Spanish-speaking country. They just try to get here for their kids, and then their kids, we picked up, and then like that, we're trying to do better. So it gets better by little by little. But I remember just trading all those games or stuff like that. Or you will go to a certain person's house, and they will have they will have a case of all their games, bro. No. Like my games were like in a sneaker box. I had
I didn't even put mine in the sneaker
like
box.
4 or 5 games. That's it. Like I didn't have nowhere, but these motherfuckers had like a game.
Yeah.
They had a game case holder. You're like, yo, that's hot.
I had a boy. He used to have a book bag, a Nintendo book bag.
Yeah.
That you could. I'm like, yo, I never seen this in my life. It had a fucking place for the gun, the glove, the fucking console. You could fill like up to 6-7 games.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this is to travel easier if I'm going to somebody's house. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The book bag looked more expensive than the console itself.
What about when people were at track and field?
Oh, man.
So when track and field came out, this was like at that time, they were promoting advertising it. Like a new of its kind. This is the